If I told you that there is an anime with romance, action, comedy, thriller, adventure, sci-fi, slice of life, and more, you wouldn't believe me. You'd call me crazy. You'd avoid me. You'd stop inviting me over for dinner. Well, I'm not crazy. I know what I'm talking about. You're the one that's crazy. And it's been around for almost 60 years. Let me introduce you to Lupin III. Lupin III is a series that began in 1967, created by the late Monkey Punch, and it's still going on strong today. Unlike most long-running anime, Lupin sets itself apart by not having one overarching story. Instead, it's a playground for endless adventures, with every iteration bringing something new. And that's exactly why Lupin III has left such a massive impact, not just on its fans, but on anime as a whole. You've probably seen its influence without even realizing it. Fun fact, Watanabe's 3 major works all share inspiration from Lupin III. Not only has Lupin III influenced countless anime, but it's also been the starting point for some of the biggest names in the industry. Many legendary creators got their start working on Lupin, bringing their unique styles and ideas into the mix. Lupin III is a world-famous gentleman thief and grandson of Arsène Lupin, the legendary French thief created by writer Maurice Leblanc. While Leblanc's Lupin was a charming, cunning rogue who outwitted the law, his grandson takes things to a whole new level, pulling off impossible heists with his own unique style. But Lupin isn't just any thief. He's a genius strategist, master of disguise, and absolute wildcard. One moment he's outwitting the world's most powerful organizations, and the next he's walking straight into a trap with a smirk on his face. His personality shifts depending on the version of Lupin III you're watching. Sometimes he's a ruthless criminal, other times a lovable anti-hero. And believe it or not, you can track these shifts just by looking at his jacket, but we'll get into that later. At the end of the day, he's always the same thrill seeker who lives for the heist. And he's not pulling them off alone. With the help of his crew, Jigen Daisuke, Lupin's right-hand man and legendary gunslinger with a lightning-fast 0.3-second draw and a low-key misogynist, he's a chain-smoking, whiskey-drinking professional who rarely lets his guard down, especially around women. While he plays the role of the grumpy realist, he's fiercely loyal to Lupin, even if he won't always admit it. Goemon Ishikawa, a modern samurai and the 13th descendant of the legendary Ishikawa Goemon. With his unbreakable Zord Sentetsuken, he can slice through anything from bullets to helicopters. Unlike the rest of the crew, Goemon prefers to keep his distance from the madness, only stepping in when his skills are needed. He lives by a strict samurai code and often questions why he sticks around with a bunch of thieves. The answer? Even he may not fully know. Fujiko Mine, a femme fatale, master thief, and ultimate wildcard, sometimes Lupin's greatest ally, other times his biggest betrayer. Fujiko is always playing her own game. She uses her charm and intelligence to get whatever she wants, even if it means double-crossing Lupin in the process. While she often seems like she's only out for herself, there are moments that suggest she cares about the crew, just not enough to turn down a better offer. And standing in their way is Koichi Zenigata, the man who refuses to let Lupin run free. A relentless Interpol detective, Zenigata has dedicated his life to capturing Lupin, chasing him across the world no matter how many times he escapes. While he plays the role of the bumbling detective, he's far from incompetent. He's just unlucky. His obsession with Lupin is almost a rivalry, and there are some who may disagree. I think he enjoys the chase. Although these characters seem to almost completely contrast each other, they actually work extremely well with one another. Something I've always loved about Lupin is how much they do and don't get along. Lupin and Jigen will have their moments where they argue, or Goemon and Fujiko going back and forth, but when the time matters, they set everything aside and work together. My absolute favorite is anytime Zenigata has to join forces with them. He may put on a front where he hates Lupin and the crew, but really, there's an immense amount of respect there, and it shows during those moments. Like I mentioned in the intro, Lupin III sets itself apart by not having one overarching story. With no set path to follow, the series has the freedom to put Lupin anywhere, anytime, place, or situation. One episode he could be stealing from a high-tech vault, the next he could be trying to make himself dumber just to break into one. The only consistent thing, Lupin is always after something and Zenigata is right behind him. With a series that's been running for almost 60 years, spanning multiple TV series, movies, and specials, one question still remains. Where do you even start? Many say that the Castle of Cagliostro or the most recent parts are the best entry points. But when I introduce someone to Lupin III, I ask them one simple question. What kind of story are you looking for? Luckily, all you need to do is look at the color of Lupin's jacket. Green jacket, the original with a brooding tone, this is the closest to Monkey Punch's manga where Lupin is more ruthless and cunning. Red jacket, the most iconic era, full of over-the-top action, fun heist, and comedic antics. Pink jacket, the most exaggerated, goofy version with slapstick and absurd scenarios. And blue jacket, a blend of classic and modern storytelling featuring stylish animation and more serialized plots. And the same goes for the movies, except this one. This one tried to be different. When it comes to the films, The Castle of Cagliostro is the best place to start. Not only is it one of Miyazaki's first films, but if you love Studio Ghibli movies, you'll feel right at home with its adventure and charm. But if you're hungry for more after that, I recommend The Fuma Conspiracy, Lupin III the First, The Secret of Mamo, Red vs. Blue, and The Blood Spray of Goemon Ishikawa. By the time you finish any of these, you'll be hooked, and at that point, any Lupin film will be a good watch for you. After nearly 60 years, Lupin III has cemented itself as one of the most iconic and enduring anime franchises of all time. It's a series that never refuses to be tied down, constantly evolving, yet always staying true to what makes it special. Thrilling heist, unforgettable characters, and pure, unfiltered fun. Whether you're in the mood for classic crime capers, high-speed action, comedy, or even a touch of romance, there's a Lupin story there for you. And that's the beauty of it. You don't have to start from the beginning, you just have to start. So if you've never experienced Lupin III, now's the perfect time. Pick a jacket, pick a movie, and join the greatest thief in anime history on his next big heist. After all, once you get into Lupin III, there's no escaping it.